One of the things I really like about you is that you're just so down to earth.
I hear that a lot, and it's funny. That reminds me of a story that I tell way too many times to my wife. I joke around with her when I get along in life or when I make it. All I really need is a fully stocked pantry in my kitchen of some Gatorades and vitamin waters. But I think that story just illustrates how I think. I try to be balanced and my motto is that I'm a simple guy with simple needs.
You're not really motivated by the rat race.
I'm really not at all. I really don't pay attention or do things just to try to impress others or care what others are doing to influence what I'm doing. That even applies to my own mom. She and I are very different people, and she's always worried about what our neighbors are doing or what our neighbors' kids are doing. And sometimes I think even being in Philadelphia Magazine for 7 years as a rising star super lawyer isn't good enough for her.
Yeah, moms will sometimes do that to you.
Yeah, that's true. I do worry about how I come across to people sometimes, especially if I take a hardline approach. It's because I'm not really that good at being fake or hiding my feelings. And if something bothers me, it's hard for me to disguise that.
I see that.
Yeah, but it works for me because I'm calculated in my thoughts. I always think through what I'm going to say and what I do before I do it. I always want to give the other person or the other side the opportunity to tell me what they're thinking and what their issues are, what their beef is, or what they're concerned about before I respond. That way I can tailor my response and what I say so that I make sure it's within the scope and responsive to what they're thinking or feeling.
So clearly you're thinking about every side or every angle, which must give you an advantage when you're thinking about your opposition strategy.
I agree with that, definitely. And also with the judges, too. I was in court the other day before a judge who's been a judge longer than I think I've been alive. He actually, early in his career, clerked for the United States Supreme Court. And I had never met him before, and I didn't know anything about him. But I fell in love with him instantly because of the way that he handled my case. And it was a settlement conference. And he brought me into his chambers with the opposing attorney. And he talked a little bit about the case and what he was going to do during the proceeding. And then he spoke to me alone with his law clerk in his chambers. And he said, "Mr. Koller, isn't it going to be hard to believe your client X, fill in the fact?" And a lot of attorneys are not candid and straightforward and try to dance around a weakness in their case. And my response to the judge was, "Yes, Your Honor, it's going to be hard to believe. I agree with you." And that's it. And we ended up resolving the case. My client was happy. And at the end of the proceeding, in chambers, in front of everyone, the judge commented that he thought that my style and my way of lawyering was very refreshing. And he said that if more attorneys acted like this, it would benefit the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And that made me feel really good.
That says a lot about you.
I just really believe in promoting fairness and equality.